Welcome back to Chartwell Uplift, everybody. We are week 15 and we have a ton of action going on here. So as we've been peeling back the layers of the onion, we have been finding more and more rot. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, what to look for in your own home today. We also have our friends from Sentinel Glass on site. They are here helping us remove the massive bay window that was over there that had failed. The seals had failed, the window had failed. So that is getting removed right now. They've already removed the side pieces. They still need to remove the big piece. And it turns out their strategy for doing that is to actually put peel and stick on both sides of the glass and just break it and pull it down like that. When they go to install the new glass, they're actually going to have to install it with a crane because it weighs that much. So very, very cool detail, very, very difficult detail. In the meantime, let's go inside and stop talking from the driveway. Let's go. All right, so here we are in the middle of chaos, and you might wonder, well, Eric, you guys are in the middle of demolition and tearing this thing apart still. Why is somebody milling material and painting it behind you? Well, that's for a different project, and the project that is for, they're in the middle of spray foaming. And the team here at Sprucehill, we're always trying to move our projects forward. So we use another site, get it dialed in and done here. Obviously, we don't charge this client for this work, it's getting charged to the other client, but this is how you get things done in an efficient manner. No excuses. It's the Sprucehill way. I love it. Okay, so here we are on the front or the main floor deck, and I wanted to talk about this detail here. They've got pea gravel, and then they've got their paving stones sitting on top of that. Now, you see a lot of times people will do like a mortar base and then put paving stones on top of that. Well, it turns out that if you're doing any sort of flat work outside in a jurisdiction where it freezes ever during the year, what happens is you get freeze-thaw cycles, and your tile or paving stone or whatever else is going to lift and pop up and cause you grief. So using the pea gravel here, the water would fall between the paving stones here and then find its way to the drains that are underneath that, because underneath this pea gravel is a torch-on membrane. So that's down there. In this day and age, we actually have technology and plastics that can be used, like basically pedestals, so that you don't actually have to load this deck up with this additional weight. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks with adding this pea gravel here, is this area here has all of this additional weight put on top of it. If you just have plastic pedestals holding these paving stones up, you effectively get the same result and you get a fraction of the weight. So pandemonium in here, of course. We are deep in the throes of demolition and getting things put back together again. It's organized chaos. That's what I would call it. Organized chaos. Now, coming outside with me here, Kyle. We've taken multiple shots of me standing here looking out at the view. There's no view today. There's just temporary roof and tarps, because don't forget, this is over top of living space. So we needed to make sure that this area stays dry so that the rest of the home doesn't get damaged while we replace the torch-on membrane out here. Now, if you come with me here, Kyle, we go down here, we are going to see, this is the most McGyvered downspout that I have ever seen in my entire life. This gets a 2 thumbs up for McGyvering a downspout. I love this. I don't know whose idea this was. Solid. So what we've got going on over here, Kyle, is all of this area over here is completely rotten. And so, of course, that room was not a room that we had planned on touching during this renovation. But you can see, like, this is the wire that was running through the wall of that office. So it would seem to me that we're gonna unfortunately have to get these clients to clear that office out now, and we're gonna have to get involved with this because we've got all of this rot going on here. So, you know, it's a really good reminder for anybody, including my team. Anytime you're doing any sort of exterior detailing where you've got some form of a pony wall like this meeting an exterior wall, right? These, we call them saddle points. These are areas where water wants to sit and where rot almost always occurs. So that there's rot here does not come as any shock or surprise to me if these details weren't done correctly. These details on any project, you know, it's one of the first things that a home warranty inspector told me when I first got my builder's license, whatever it was, 15 years ago now. He said that these saddle points are the #1 issue area for warranty issues. And so for me, this is something that I've always really made sure to have our guys pay attention to, care about. And we generally apply torch-on membrane to these saddle points. I don't trust peel and stake. I don't trust the flashing alone. If you have torch-on membrane over these areas here, it's pretty much bomb-proof, right? Now, does it cost a little bit of extra money up front? Sure. But does it also prevent you from having rot and all of these issues down the road? Also sure. So do yourself a favor, use torch-on roofing products to deal with and address any sort of exterior saddle point, right? You're just gonna save yourself a lot of headache down the road. Trust me. That's a wrap on today, everybody. Listen, if you have a home you've been thinking about renovating, catch us on the web, phone us, reach out. We'd love to work with you. My team's awesome. We're awesome. Hire Sprucehill. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe and stay awesome. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye now.